I don't know where to look. Where am I supposed to look? There?
Oh yeah, over there.
Over here?
Yeah, it's
But then
perfect.
I don't see you.
You don't see me?
Not when I'm looking there.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, hello everybody. How are you, boys and girls? This is Volley Talks again. Today is Wednesday, March 31st. My name is Alejandro Castillo, and I'm here in the largest city in the world, Mexico City. It's a pleasure to have you again here. And well, today in the episode 145, I have a great guest, 1984 Olympic silver medalist, um, a Hall of Famer in class of 95, I think. And well, a great character of world volleyball. It's a pleasure for me to have here to Debbie Green. How are you, Debbie? Are you in
I'm
Seal
good,
Beach?
Alejandro. Seal Beach,
Seal
California. Yep.
is south of LA.
It's south of LA, north of San Diego. It's by Huntington Beach.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Great weather over there, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, it's great to have you here, Debbie. Thanks a lot for being here. You are a legend. You are a great person in volleyball history. Not just American history, but world history. A lot of people here in Mexico remember you from the 1974 Worlds. You know that?
World Championships. And then we had junior world championships there.
Yeah. The World Junior
Yeah.
World Championships in 1981.
Yeah.
A tournament where the Mexican team they got
Yeah.
fourth place. I 5 or 6 months ago, no, 4 or 5 months ago, I made a show with all of them. Eight or nine of those players. It was an amazing talk, and all of them remembered you very well.
Oh,
How's everything in California? Did you get the vaccination or
I
not yet?
got I got both vaccinations, and now my mom lives with me because she can't live alone. So she got her 2 vaccinations. So I feel like she's much safer now.
Okay, it's great news to hear, Debbie. And well, for all you people who are watching us and listening us, Debbie sent me a bunch of great pictures. I will share them with you here on the screen. But well, again, Debbie, thanks again for being here for being here as my guest in the episode 145. A lot of episodes.
It's a lot of episodes. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh no, thanks again to you. Well, Debbie, please tell me, did you born in California? At what age did you
No,
discover
actually,
volleyball? At what age
I
did you
was
discover volleyball? And it was a family thing, volleyball. How did you get involved in volleyball?
I was born in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom's Korean. And we actually literally took the boat from Korea and went to Hawaii. And then when I was 3 or 4, we moved to Long Beach, California. And then my dad actually, the reason why I got involved in volleyball is my dad went skiing, broke his leg, and we lived walking distance to the beach. So the doctor said it would be good rehab for his leg to walk in the sand, and like to play volleyball would be good. So my mom and I would go watch him, and then he started playing indoors, just social, open gym, and he would make me go with him and play. And I hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Hated it. I couldn't serve the ball over the net. No one wanted me on the team. I mean, these were like pretty good college players and adults, no one my age. And so I would beg my dad, no one wants me on the team. I was terrible. But
Did, did you did you like another sport at that time?
what he did with me growing up before volleyball is I would play like little softball, basketball. He'd take me ice skating. He just wanted to expose me to a lot of things, but I was terrible at all of them. I really was.
Well, at the beginning, you hate volleyball. What happened next?
He thought maybe because I was really shy that maybe if he got me on a girls' team, it would be easier for me than playing with adults and good college players. And so, but back then there were not many girls' junior teams, not like now. But he found one, and actually it was worse because it's one thing getting rejected by good college players and adults, but when you get rejected by your peers and the girls your age don't want you on the team and they don't even want to be in a drill or be stuck in a group with you. I was that player. So
Really?
I would beg him to let me quit every week. Let me quit, let me quit. The coaches wouldn't really even coach me either because I wasn't worth it. I wasn't worth their time because at 5'4", I didn't have potential, you know. And my dad just said, nope, just keep going to practice. I said, they don't even coach me. All I do is hand balls and, you know, put the balls in the basket. And he said, well, sooner or later, you know, a high percentage of people in life are quitters. Those players will quit and then you'll still be there and he'll have to coach you. And honestly, that's what happened. Because
Wow.
once the really good players got to high school, then they wanted to do other things. They wanted to go shopping. They wanted to go to the movie, you know, and not be in a gym 5-6 days a week. So
Wow, amazing, amazing to hear that. And you're talking what, mid 80s or
no,
early 80s?
70s.
70s.
But thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course. Well, in 70s, and what was the environment? How was the environment at that time in Southern California about volleyball, about club volleyball?
We didn't have girls club volleyball. We played our junior team. We played in the women's adult league. So at 16 in 1975, our junior team, we won the national championships for adults. We were like young.
Wow. And well, what changed? What changed with the time, and when you decided to go full time doing volleyball?
Well, I was going 5-6 days a week, but then I started, you know, lifting weights and I got stronger. Unfortunately, I didn't get any taller, but I got stronger. And really a lot of players that were better than me, they did end up quitting. So I just kept stepping up the ladder. And then finally my dad said, if you want to pick another sport or another hobby, feel free. If you don't want to play volleyball anymore. And I'm thinking, well, I'm getting better at it. And it's more fun when you're good at something than when you're terrible. And then my teammates became my friends, you know, like my best friends. So then we just train 6 days a week.
Wow. Okay, let me share some pictures so probably we can or you can tell the story better with these pictures.
Oh, that was our junior team.
National junior team.
National junior team. Yeah.
In what year?
Oh, goodness. Probably 76.
76.
Yeah, probably 76. Yeah.
Which other senior team players are here?
Let's see. Terry Place, number 12. She was on our 1980 Olympic team, but then after the boycott, she went to Germany and got married, played in Germany, married a German and became a German citizen. So we played against her actually in the 84 Olympics.
Oh,
And
really?
then number 4, Sue Woodster was on the 80 and 84 team. number 7 in the back row, Carolyn Becker. She was on this 80-84 team. And Julie Vollertson, number 11, was on. She was alternate on the 80 team, and she was on the 84 team. So actually, for that small group.
Yeah, and you remember the coaches, the coach of
Yes.
the coach staff
Wow.
of that?
Chuck Irby.
Chad Irby.
Irby, yes, he was the coach, and he was, yeah, we'd occasionally have guest coaches, like coaches helping, but he was the main coach.
Okay.
And that was in Mexico. That was for World Championships.
Yeah.
That's Chuck Irby. He was our junior coach, and then he coached this team. And I was 16. I was a junior in high school.
Yeah. Very young, and all the team were at that age, 16, 17.
No, number 2 next to me, she was 16 or 17. Laura was older. Debbie Landreth was on the junior team, but she's a couple years older, Sue Woodstra. But it was a mixture of older and some of us younger players.
At that age, 16, was your first call for national team?
By the time I was 16, because we had won the USA National Championships for adults, so I thought, well, gosh, if we're the best team in the United States, maybe we should, maybe I could.
And well, you spent almost the next 10 years in national team, right? As in junior and senior.
Mm-hmm.
At
12 years.
12 years. At what age did you quit the national team, or at what
26.
age?
26 after the 84 Olympics.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay, this is in the summer, our junior team, we would go to Korea because back then the Asians were very, very good at volleyball and were the best. And so this is Seoul Foreign School. And if you're looking at the screen, on the left side of that wall is the gymnasium with the volleyball court, and on the right side is the locker room, shower room. And that's the hallway. And we just had 12 beds, and we lived there for 6 weeks, for 2 summers in a row.
Oh, wow.
And we trained 2 to 3 times a day.
2 to 3 times?
Yeah, for those 6 weeks.
With national team?
With the junior national team.
The
junior national team, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. That is at USC, the Galen Center, their big arena. It's like a big podium, not a podium, but column.
Yeah. Well, tell me something. I wanna stop in the regarding the Moscow Olympics in '80. I think for all of you, the team were a shock, right? All the elite players and elite athletes want to go to Olympics. What was the environment at that time in the national team?
It was really hard because we were the first U.S. women's volleyball team in the history to qualify for the Olympics. So we qualified in Cuba in '79. So, you always think there's a chance that someone beats you out of the position, you get injured, but it never dawned on, it never the thought that the government and the president would say, no, you're not going. Because it's not like we were, I don't know. It was real hard because we were the first team, any sports team in the US, to live and train at they had just opened the US Olympic Training Center in 1978. So we were the first team. We gave up our scholarships. We didn't work. We just lived there and trained. So on one side, right next door was the US Olympic Committee. And then, so we'd be in the dining hall getting ready for 6-8 hour practices. eating breakfast, and there's Good Morning America saying, oh, looks like, we're not sending a team. And then President Carter saying, no, we are not. We're going to boycott. And I remember thinking, why are we still training 6-8 hours a day? And then a member from the US Olympic Committee would come over and give us a pep talk. We're going to do our best to get you guys there. Be ready, keep training. So it was a really difficult half year.
Well, what happened with you, the volleyball team, or with the other national teams for the next squad? Did you start train for the next squad for Los Angeles?
No, after the boycott was announced, we had a tour we had to fulfill. So we did the tour, but Ari Selinger, who was our Olympic coach, had asked us individually if we would train 4 more years. Now, up to that point, the only player that talked about the 84 Olympics was Flo Hyman. And she was like one of the older members of the team. But I remember thinking, she's going to go 4 more years. Is she crazy? Because I thought, okay, I'll be 22 after the 80 Olympics. It's time to live a normal life and go out and,
Yeah, right.
so.
Well, at that time, you told me that in '79 you earned the qualification for Moscow. You remember that the Cuba team were Olympic world champions in '78
Yes.
with Mamita Perez,
Oh
Ymitzi
my God,
Steyes,
yes.
great players. How
Yeah.
was the relationship or the fight in those years between Cuba and United States in volleyball? Talking about volleyball, of course.
Cuba in the 70s and up to 80, I mean, they were the best in the world. We weren't beating them at that point, but we were able to qualify because since they won world championships, they qualified. So then we had to just take second place, So
yeah, right. Yeah,
Cuba
yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, at that time, in those Olympic years, the world champions get the qualifying.
Yes, but there were only 8 teams in the world that competed in the Olympics. Now is it 12?
12, yeah.
12, yeah, there was only 8.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Wow. And what was on your mind? Talking, you told me go to live a normal life. What happened next when you decide to go for the national team for the '84 Olympics?
We were on tour with East Germany, had just flown into a city, and on the radio, we got to the airport. We were in Texas, and one of our teammates' family was there to meet us, and they were teary-eyed. I mean, and they had told us. And then we also heard on the radio driving to the hotel that it was official. There's a boycott. US is not sending any Olympians. So Ari had a meeting with all of us, and he wanted to know. He had asked me even before it was official, but when there was talk, he had asked each one of us who would train 4 more years. And I remember I said, no. I was done because I don't know, I was just pretty bitter. And then, so then he said, well, could you stay on and help me train a setter to take your place? Because there's no other setter. You've been the setter for so long, so can you help me? And I said, it's funny because, I mean, I'm 21 at the time, and I said, train someone to be better than me? Why would I want to do that? And he had said, because when you coach and train someone and they reach and achieve their goals, it's even more satisfying than when you reach your own. And at 21, I didn't realize it. I had never coached, but then coaching in college, every time I think of Ari and what he told me. It is. But I didn't want to go on. But I went to the hotel. When I got my hotel key, I called my mom, and I'm an only child. So she was really looking forward to me retiring and being a daughter. I hadn't been home since I was 14, 15, like, for weekends. So I called her, and I just remember I could barely talk. And I just said, "Did you hear?" And I was crying, try not to cry, but my voice was cracked. And she said, "Yes." She said, "You know what? You've gone this far. You can go, you can do it. 4 more years isn't that long. You can do it." And I don't know, to get approval, you know, from someone that it's okay, because we got criticized a lot because we weren't normal, we gave up scholarships, we weren't working, and so we got criticized a lot. And so it was nice to say, you know what, it's okay if if your dream is that and you want to go 4 more years. And then I thought it really hard. It's like, how would I feel when the '84 Olympics is going on and I'm on the couch eating potato chips and watching my teammates, some of my former teammates? Will I regret my decision? Or will I be happy? I could be happy, but I knew me, I'd regret it.
And at that time in 1980, it was already announced that Los Angeles will be host the '84 Olympics.
Yes.
You know that, and I can think that that was also a motivation, extra motivation, right?
Yes, because it was at home. Yeah.
If the IOC had selected, I don't know, Barcelona or Korea, your decision maybe changed.
You know what? It might have, like, people would say, "Oh, that's too bad. You train all these years for the Olympics and you don't get to go anywhere." And it's like, no, that's the point. We get to be home. But I might have gone to Korea. I mean, if the '84 was, since I'm half Korean, it's like I might have, but.
Okay, great. Well, did you went to college at that time, at that period of time?
I went to college at USC, and for 2 years, actually a year and a half of school, 2 volleyball seasons. In fact, our whole 6 of our junior team, I think 5 or 6 of us, went to USC, and we were one of the first to get full scholarships. Wow. And we went to USC because the powerhouse in college women were UCLA. So the thought was, well, if we go to SC, people that don't know anything about volleyball will come to the match UCLA USC just because of the rivalry, and then maybe they'll like it, and then college volleyball will, and that's what happened.
Well, you're talking about USC. Probably you can remember both Viviana Candelas and Samantha Bricio.
Mm-hmm.
Viviana Candelas was a 3-time All-American, 2-time champion with USC. Samantha Bricio left USC
she was very
4
good.
or 5 years ago.
She had a jump serve, boy.
Well, guess who's here in the house? It's my very, very best friend, Lori Akimura, is here. And Lord. She says, great people, Lori Akimura, I really like him a lot. Lori Akimura says, Debbie and the women of the '84 Olympic team, along with every woman in the program from start to finish, are completely responsible for opening the doors wide open for young girls and women in volleyball. Any woman involved now owes a debt of gratitude to them all.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. No, she's always been so supportive and such a great person.
And she's also a USC Trojan.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember a picture of Laura Kimura 2 or 3 years ago. She has to wear the LA jersey because she lost a bet.
Oh.
She was very, very, very upset.
Oh.
Well, you have to pay bets.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go with more pictures. So this is
You showed that.
the poster at USC Galen Center.
Yeah.
Great picture.
Thank you. That's, yeah. And then that's just a USC. That's what I looked like as a freshman, I think.
Wow. Paula Weiss, who was also
She's younger than me.
Younger than you.
Yeah.
You never played with Paula in USC?
No, I was, yeah, I'd left for the national team.
Lori Kimura says, love and respect, Debbie, fight on.
Oh, cute.
She's great, Lori Kimura. I sent her a hug.
Oh, good, thank you. And this is the first match that us at USC played UCLA. So look at the crowd. I mean, this is in the 70s. This is 1976. And you don't, yeah, I think that was more than what people go to now, USC,
Oh, yeah?
LA. But it was so much fun.
Which one are you, number 10?
Number 10, jumping up. Yeah. And that's just a picture from the junior days. I just wanted to give you and then you could choose.
Perfect, okay.
And this is our 1980 Olympic team at the Olympic Training Center where we lived.
Well, I can see Rita Crockett, right?
Yes, Rita Crockett.
And obviously Flo Hyman.
Patty Dowdell. Yeah.
Okay. A very good friend from Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico, the place birth of Viviana Candelas, my very good friend Analisa Ramirez says, Debbie, what could you tell us about how center position evolved from your time as player to nowadays?
My time as a player, when I was a player to what?
Yeah, how much has the center position has evolved from your playing years?
Oh, okay, that's a good question. It's changed because the ball can spin and you don't get called for doubles.
Yeah, at that time they were very, very tight, right? The FIVB
tight.
rules.
Your hair could not touch the net. Your toe could not cross the center line, so it was, and I don't know, I just think the offense, there's not a whole lot of offense going on. There's no crossing patterns and double or triple quick set. It's, actually I see that more in men's volleyball now, more cross patterns.
And well, obviously the height, the power of the arm.
Yeah. I mean, with Flo, I had to set her really high ball, but she could hit ones and quicks and,
Let me stop a little with Flo Hyman.
Okay.
Great legend, great player of USA, who will unfortunately died in her playing years. But I think I have seen a lot of videos of Flo Hyman. I have read a lot of her, and I think, what do you think? I think if she continued to play for more years, I think she right now can be compared to in international volleyball to Maria Luis with no problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, in '84, she was considered, because Maria Louise then was very good, but she was not at her peak yet. She hadn't reached, with experience and stuff. But yeah, Flo was one of the best in the world. And to think that, back then there were no liberos. She couldn't sub out for she had to pass and play defense, and she did it all.
She was considered at that time the best player in the world, right?
Her and Long Ping in '84, Long Ping and Flo were considered the two best hitters.
Oh yeah, the hammer, who later she went to USA to coach the national team.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
How can you, mm, what other things can you share us about Flo Hyman, about her spirit, about her athleticism, about the person who was Flo Hyman?
Flo is such a hard worker. You know, she worked just as hard on her defense and passing and as she did hitting and everything. She was sort of being one of the older players on the team. She was sometimes like a mother hen, like we were her little chickadees. And, you know, I have a funny story. When I started, you know, earlier I said when my dad thought, well, put you on a girls team, maybe you'll get more confidence because you're playing with, you know, girls instead of adults. And the first team was Flo Hyman was on that team. She was on the club name was the Hangers, and the logo was a noose, you know, or the rope. And
Yeah.
the number one team was the knots, like a knot. And she was on the knots. And then there was the ropes, which is still strong. And then there's the strings, which were the younger girls. And there was 3 or 4 of us that we called ourselves lint, you know, like lint on clothes, because we weren't even good enough to be on the string team, you know. So the first practice I ever went to, the coach says, okay, spiking. And I'm just standing there. I think I was 14, maybe 13, 14. I think I was 13. And I'm just standing there. Everyone's running around me. And Flo says, are you okay? And I said, I don't know what a spike is. And then she really quickly, she's trying to, okay, you get in this line and you take some steps and jump up and try to hit the ball over the net. And then the coach had said, on hand, you know, on hand hit. And then I'm still standing there and Flo's like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't know what on hand means. You know, I don't. So, but she helped me. I mean, she was the best player on the team then, but she took the time to help this little 13-year-old. And so when I made the USA team and she was on it, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I mean, I never thought I'd be on the same court as Flo. But she loved reading. You know, she was just people would call it the gentle giant, you know, just, but if we would have a week off, she would not take a week off. She wouldn't go home. She would stay and train because she said it was too hard for her to get out of shape and get back into shape. It's easier to stay in shape for her instead of going through all the soreness. So she was, no, I think a lot of players in the US owe it to her. And it's sad that, you know, not every volleyball junior player know about Flo.
Right, and thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Debbie. And what you mentioned, another big name in volleyball, Ari Sellinger. What do you think was the influence of a person like Ari Sellinger for the USA national team?
I remember because I came from Chuck Irby, who yelled. He had a very loud voice and he yelled. And Ari, I remember at tryouts, when he described the next drill, he's very soft-spoken and he had an accent. So it's like, I'd be mentally so fatigued because I'm trying to hear what he says and to, you know the difference. He was tough. I mean, he was a tough coach, but I think what was so great about him is he cared for us as people. It wasn't just as a volleyball player, you know, he really did. And he was always there to help.
Right, right.
And I just think he was ahead of his time, you know.
Yeah, of course, I totally agree with you. Let's see more pictures. Well, we're here
Oh,
with
that was the one.
the great Flo Hyman
Yeah, yeah. And this is the Olympic Training Center.
in Colorado Springs.
Does not look like that anymore. I mean, that's not where the athletes stay now, but this was our home
But the snow is the same.
for almost, what, a year and a half? Yeah. Yeah.
But the snowing is the same.
Yeah, it was sort of dreary.
But in which year, Debbie, the national teams moved to San Diego? You were part of that?
No, after the 84 Olympics, they moved to San Diego.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to live or and to train in Colorado Springs for the weather. What can you say?
No, I mean, I wasn't used to snow, but no, I mean, I remember the first week we were there, we had to go out for a run after practice and run back. And it started hailing, those little, like, it's like, you don't get that in California where we were, but it was, I wouldn't trade that year and a half for anything. It ended up being so much fun.
Okay.
And that's on the, yeah, that's for the 84.
84.
Well, 83, 84, yeah.
Well, I remember very well 84 because that's the time when I fall in love with volleyball. Here in Mexico, it was hard at that time that you can see a lot of volleyball in TV, in television.
Yeah.
Maybe 5-6 minutes a day of volleyball. Well, I remember very, very well both men and women national teams. I remember very well the Mizuno uniforms.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very nice quality. And well, on the men's side, of course, Karshki Rai,
Yeah.
Simmons, and Dusty Borak.
Yep.
Pat Powers, who also was here in the show. Pat Powers, great person. But that was the time when I fell in love with volleyball 37 years ago, and I'm still love it.
Oh, that's great. No, it's a great sport.
It's the best sport in the world.
Yes, I agree.
How was the preparation for the 84 Olympics in home, in US soil? Considering you had at that time a great team, great players, great coaches. How was the preparation for the Olympic tournament in 84, Debbie?
Well, we had, after the boycott, we all moved to California, and we were training 6-7 hours a day. And then the year of the Olympics, we moved. The facility we had was one court. It was at actually a tennis college, and they had this little court, and there wasn't even room to put volleyball poles. The nets were hooked up to hooks against the wall.
Really?
And you had like 2 feet to serve. That's
Wow.
it. And when you're in a fast-paced digging drill, I mean, it goes so fast, you're just hoping the person in front of you in your group did not dig the ball straight up, because it would hit you in the head when it was your turn. I mean, it was so small. So we moved the year of the Olympics to Fountain Valley, to a facility that had a lot more room, but we were training to 3 times a day.
Wow. For six days a week, or
6 days a week. Yeah.
wow.
No, Saturdays we only trained 4 hours. Yeah. So we had like a day and a half off. Yeah.
And then maybe go home for the rest of the Saturday, Sunday, and then go back on Monday to training.
Yeah. Well, actually, where we were, the facilities, it used to be offices upstairs above the gym, and we turned those offices into bedrooms. So we didn't have to drive home to like, we were like, our apartments and stuff was 45 minutes away. So a lot of us just stayed there most of the time.
Okay. When you see this picture, which memories come to your mind?
Oh my gosh. I just feel so lucky to play with the players that I played with, because I swear they made me look good. You know, the passing and I just, we had great memories. It was tough, but actually that picture, I think I had sprained my ankle really bad.
Really?
Really bad, and it was so swollen, but I didn't want Ari to see because there was a tournament. They called it like at the pre-Olympics. It's like the Olympic venues have to be tested out.
Yeah, the Olympic test, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I had sprained my ankle because I went running at night, and there was a little manhole, so it was uneven, and I sprained it. But there were no cell phones, so I had to walk back home, and I was, so.
Wow.
But no, it was a fun team. And that's Longping. Yep.
How is your relationship today with Ping? See, I know that she's a very, very famous person in China. It's almost impossible to get in contact with Ping.
Yeah. I don't have a relationship with Longping. Some of my teammates, 80 teammates do, but I don't. I mean, I respect her as a player and she's one of the greats, but I don't really, we didn't like, never communicated really.
How fierce it was Ping playing? It was very tough to play against her. I think I may think.
It's, you know, I felt we had the best. I had Flo and Rita and Rose and all my teammates. So it wasn't like, it wasn't intimidating to me to play against her.
Okay. Number 3 is who?
Rita Crockett.
Rita Crockett. And number 8 on the net, who is?
Rose Majors.
Rose Majors was also here in the show.
Yeah, that's Rose.
She has a great facility for volleyball.
Yeah, she's still in it. And that's just magazine cover.
The cover of Volleyball magazine.
Yeah, monthly it was called back then.
The Olympic setup. Who is number 9?
Number 9, Julie Vollertson. After the '84 Olympics, she went to Italy, played professionally, and ended up marrying Leo Melli, an Italian. She's been there ever since. She has 2 sons, and one of her sons is in the NBA for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, really? What's his name?
Niccolò Melli, M-E-L-L-I.
All right.
Yeah. And that's the medal ceremony, which I'm surprised I smiled, but I'm glad I did.
What can you share with us about the gold medal match?
Well, they beat us. The first game, I think, was pivotal. We lost by 2 points, just boom, boom, the last 2 points. And then we just, I don't know. I don't know what happened because 4 nights earlier, we played China because they were in our pool. And we beat them. So it wasn't, I didn't feel any extra pressure like, oh, we're, you know, I was confident, you know, but Ari had always, he had predicted we'd play China twice. And he's like 4 days apart, the medal match and the night that we play China in pool play. There's only 4 nights difference. And he had said it's very difficult
Yeah.
to win 2 in a row when you're
Yeah. Here in the pool play, you beat West
Yeah.
Germany 3-0. Then you beat Brazil 3-2, and then you beat China 3-1
Yeah.
on August 3rd.
Yeah. And he had even mentioned, he'd said, what do you think if we don't win the pool play? If we lose, and then there's no pressure in the
Yeah.
finals. And we had a team meeting and we thought, no, we've trained too hard. We're putting it all out on the table. You know, we're going to play them. And if we play them twice, we play them twice. And, you know, but it was tough because Flo, during warm, I didn't know this. Ari told me after she passed away that in the finals, she had come up to him and said, my foot is numb. I can't feel my foot. She had feet problems. And there was a doctor that gave her a shot for her foot. And right before the finals, Ari would watch, and he had it in a different area when he gave. And Ari's like, wait, that's not where you've given her the shot before. It's, you know, and he's like, no, it's fine. And warming up for the finals, she went to Ari and said, I can't play. I can't feel my foot. You know, but she didn't like scare any of us. She didn't, you know, say a word to us. And Ari's like, you know, he talked to her and she played, you know, but I don't know. It was sad. It was a very tough night.
I can imagine. I can imagine that. Well, my very good friend Annalisa Ramirez from Torreon, Mexico says, do you think an Olympic gold medal is a must for a USA women team to validate the great work you have done in the last years?
Well, it's always nice to win you know, that's what everybody dreams of. You don't visualize yourself, you know. And I remember Ari telling us when we were training for the 80 Olympics, he said, and 84, he said, we need to win the gold medal. Because when our first meeting as a team with Ari, he said, I have 2 goals: to promote volleyball in the United States and to qualify for the 80 Olympics. And he did that. But then he'd say, you know what? If we don't win the gold medal, Americans will not remember you guys, will not remember the team, because Americans only remember first place. They don't remember second place, you know? And so I remember thinking, as soon as that last point went down and we lost, I'm trying not to cry. We're meeting in the middle and I'm trying not to cry, trying to hold in my tears. But my thought was not that we lost or the medal. It's like, we have disappointed so many people. We have let so many people down and disappointed them. And volleyball what we did for 12 years or however won't be remembered because we didn't win. You know.
Yeah, well, it's hard. I can imagine. But well, USA national team, they also in Rio get so close with the bronze. But for in 2014, for the first time, USA became world champions with Courage
Yes.
Hirai.
Yes.
So great success, a great successful program.
Yeah, they're powerhouse. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I spoke with Courage here in this program last year, and I'm pretty sure that he's very, very focused to win gold medal this year.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure every year he was focused on.
Especially this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's used to winning gold medals as a player. And that was getting interviewed after one of our matches during the Olympics.
You were here, what, 26 in Los Angeles? 25,
26.
26.
26. And it's so funny because there was an article and people would criticize our team, even volleyball, like administrators, USA volleyball people saying, well, they've peaked. They're over the hill. I was 26, Flo was 30, and people were thinking we were over the hill, too old. And now look at players. A lot of players play in their 30s, but we got, but the reason why, I mean, now you see more 3-time Olympians, 4-time Olympians, because you can make money and still compete in the Olympics.
Yeah, right.
We had to be amateurs. We had to choose, do we want to be professionals and make money? Or if we train, and it's hard to have a career and a job when you're training 6 hours a day.
I think that happened to Paula Weishaupt. She told me, right? She chose to go to play overseas in Italy pro.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah, there are different times, of course, but well, I can imagine you watch last weekend Jordan Larson winning the athletes and even volleyball.
yep. The professional league.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Okay.
missed that. Oh, and that's after we lost. I remember chasing the ball because someone had shanked it, and then running and then walking back to the court. When I said, try not to cry, keeping my tears in. The team was in a huddle, and Flo just wrapped her long arms around all of us. And I thought for sure, because she had given up so much, so many years, and she's 30, and that we had disappointed her. Somehow I had let her down. And she told us in the huddle before we left the court, we need to be proud of what we've done. And we walk out of here with our heads up high. We have nothing to be, ashamed of. So I needed to hear that from her.
Of course. And the venue was in Long Beach, right? Am I right?
Pardon?
The venue was in Long Beach.
It was at Long Beach. Yes. Yeah, it was a great venue.
The Long Beach Convention Center, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It does exist or doesn't anymore?
And
Do you know?
oh, I think it was 2006. The Final Four was there.
Okay.
This is actually when we were a junior team. We're touring with the Japanese, doing exhibitions. And this is just, I thought this was funny. I didn't even know I had this. When I was going through pictures, but this is how tired we were between on travel days. We were out. And then that's the 80s, the professional, the first pro league team, volleyball.
Oh yeah, please tell us something about that. It was in 87, right? The Pro League.
87, yes.
Okay.
78.
And well, it was the first attempt of a Pro League in the US.
Yes.
Okay, and what happened?
Well, certain teams drew big crowds, like San Jose, Minnesota, but LA, we didn't do so. good, there's people in LA just didn't really come watch. But I don't know. I played the first year and we won. The second year, I played for a little while. I was pregnant. And then being pregnant a second time, your stomach muscles aren't quite like the first time you're pregnant. So I sort of popped out a lower. And the league owner at that time, Batanovich, he was getting letters from women saying, how can you let her play? You are jeopardizing the health of her baby. So he had to tell me, you can't play anymore. I said, I can play. My, but I ended up having to stop.
Wow. And how much, what's the name of that league and how much time
It was called Major League Volleyball.
Major League Volleyball?
Major League Volleyball. And it went, I think, 2.5 seasons or 2 seasons, not very long.
Okay. And well, as I told you a few minutes ago, the Athletes Unlimited Volleyball, the pro league
Yes.
was playing in Dallas 5 weeks. It ended this Monday. We can talk for days and days for how difficult it is to get a pro volleyball league in a market like the USA with baseball, football, ice hockey, now soccer, basketball. What are your opinion about this? Do you think volleyball is good? Is great? Is huge in college? But what happened next in pro?
I think there has to be so much money, more money to back a pro league, to get the best in the world to compete, to play. Because, I mean, college volleyball, the level's very good. So being professional, you want it at a totally, different level. But I think there's going to even be another professional league in a year or two. So there will be 2 leagues.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, let's. Okay, and this picture is you coaching.
Yeah, after 84, Rita Crockett and I were living in Long Beach, and Brian Gimolaro, he was actually our manager the year of the Olympics, as far as like trying to raise money for our team, and he had asked, he was the interim coach at Long Beach State, and he asked both of us, would you be my assistants? The last thing I wanted to do is be in a gym. I mean, but I was just gotten married. I was pregnant with, our first child, no health insurance. And my husband was an Olympian also. So it's not like either of us had a savings account, So I thought, well, I'll coach. I told Brian I'll coach for 1 or 2 years at the most, but I don't want to be in a gym after that, And I was there 23 years.
23 years.
Yeah, and then that's Misty May, trainer. Well, Misty May back then.
Misty May at that time, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Always with the women's team, of course.
Yeah, and then that was senior night with Misty.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how can you resume your 23 years in Long Beach?
How did I receive my what in Long Beach? Sorry.
Or how can you, what can you say about your time in
Oh, well, like I really thought 1 year coaching, 2 at the most. But I loved the players. I loved coaching that age. I loved and coaching with Brian. He allowed me to coach. He allowed me to have a say in what's going to go on in the gym and the offense and the setting style. I mean, I had the setters, and it's the players that kept me in the gym. It wasn't hitting balls, tossing balls, travel, I'd had enough of that. But it's like, I remember Misty, she was, because I had two kids, and I'm being a mom and traveling Division I missed a lot of birthday parties, a lot of Christmas events, and stuff because of the season. And so then my husband, Misty was going to be a sophomore, and he said, Debbie, if you want to retire and not coach and work, now's the time. You don't have to work. And I was like, oh. And I said, well, can I wait 2 more years? No, she was a sophomore already. I said, because I think Misty's going to be really good. And he said, I can't guarantee what's going to happen in 2 years financially, but now, and I thought about it. And I remember my girls were in the back seat, and I said, what do you guys think? Do you want me to stop coaching so then we can go to, go do things and I won't miss, birthdays? And they said, well, could we still go to all the volleyball matches? And I said, that's the point. We wouldn't have to be in a gym on a Friday night and Saturday night. We can go to the movies. We can go. And they said, but we want to go watch the volleyball team.
Wow.
And that made me feel good, because as a parent, you deal with a lot of guilt, being gone and stuff. And I said, and then my younger daughter said, well, Mommy, if you didn't work, what would you do all day? Because you don't cook very good. You don't play. She's like, so what would you do? So they voted. They wanted me to keep coaching.
Great.
They loved the players. And I'm so lucky because they had amazing role models,
Right. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Debbie. Here is in the chat, Brenda Rief. I don't know who's spelled it. Hi all, Debbie. What are the 3 most important keys you focus on in developing a young setter?
A young setter or a jump set? A young setter.
Young.
Fundamentals. Feet. Get your feet to the ball and keep it simple. Like, learn to walk before you can run. A lot of kids want to be the flashy and twirly and pivot, and it's like, okay, it looks flashy, but when you pivot like that, the ball drifts and that's hard to hit. And consistency. Oh my gosh, there's so much. Like, your home base, your ready position, your hand position has to be consistent, and your follow through, it has to be consistent. And then you change the sets with angles and the speed of the follow through. But feet, getting your feet to the ball when you're young and not pivoting.
Okay. And also Brenda Urieft, Rift, I don't know. She says, Debbie, do you still compete today?
Not at all.
No more volleyball, please.
I was doing a clinic years ago, and I was demonstrating jumping at the net, and like, you jump and have your thighs touch the bottom of the net and you land, and it's just, you do 10 in a row and you're light on your feet. We always did this for jump training. And so I had the kids do it, and they sounded like boom, boom. I said, you guys are going to hurt yourself. You got to be light on your feet. I said, this is how, listen. And then I said, this is what you guys sound like. And I like pounded. And I did it 3 times, a third set of jumps, showing them what they sound like and how hard it is on your body. My Achilles snapped.
Wow.
So I flew home, and I'm on crutches. And my mom, what happened? I said, oh, I don't know. I did something. You know, she's like, what makes you think at your age you should be jumping anymore? Those days are over, you know, but no, I don't. I don't compete, not at all. Because I think in my mind, I think I'd be quick enough, and my body's just not going the speed of my mind.
Okay, yeah. Well,
And that's Brian, he was the head coach at Long Beach State. He's the one that hired me. And that was the professional team, LA Starlights.
LA Starlights.
Mhm.
Any other national team players?
Number 3, Rita Crockett,
Rhea Crockett, yeah.
80-84. Number 4 was on our 84 team. Number 6 was on the national team for a little while, like a year, you know. And Patty Dodd, you know, Mike Dodd, beach player, that's
Yeah.
Patty Dodd. She played at UCLA, played AVP for many, many years.
By the way, talking about AVP, have you ever tried beach volleyball?
Oh my God. I tried, not 2-man, I tried, they had a 4-person league the first year, and I tried it, but I was working, coaching at Long Beach State, and I had 2 kids. So I would get up really early in the morning, pack my kids up, and train. And then every other weekend we're, you know, gone. I mean, traveling again. And that was in the spring. And it used to be spring is I'm traveling so much for indoor college volleyball that in the spring, at least I'm home on weekends. And my mom would watch my kids. And there's one time I was training, and then I look, and my older daughter, she was probably 4, running down the beach away from me. And my other daughter, no, she was probably 3, because my 1-year-old at the time was sitting, she couldn't run, but she's sitting, and she's like about to put a cigarette butt in her mouth. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I can't like watch 2 kids and then train. And I know beach volleyball is so different than indoor that it's like learning a whole new game, and I was no good. And then, yeah, so I didn't really.
Okay.
That's my daughter, my younger daughter, Dana, played at UC Santa Barbara. And that's
It's the Gauchos, right?
Gauchos, yeah, with Kathy Gregory. And that's her playing, a picture of her, and it's still up there.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And that's my older daughter. I don't know if you wanted family pictures. I just threw them on.
It's okay, thanks.
And
And she
coached her at Long
she
Beach
also
State.
played.
I coached her at Long Beach State, and then she went, after Long Beach State, went to the national team. And it's funny because Hugh McCutcheon, it was after the season, I'm in my office, and I'd never spoken to Hugh McCutcheon, and he called me, and he said, so I hear you're retiring. You want to, you know, help out, you know? And I said, no, I laughed, and I said, I'm retiring because I don't want to be in a gym anymore, you know? And he laughed. He's like, yeah, I get it. He said, I'm calling because we just had tryouts in Colorado Springs, and my daughter was there. And he said, I just want you to know I invited her to train with us and be on the team. And he says, but I want you to know, and it's not because she's your daughter, because I know people will say that, it's because I liked what I saw. And that meant so much to me, that, you know, that he would take the time to do that, make that phone call.
Great.
Yeah, that's them. And that's a Santa Barbara. That's my younger one. You don't have to show all these family pictures.
Okay.
And then they both got married within 2 months of each other in 2018.
Okay. Here's Dana playing at Santa Barbara.
She played at yeah, that's Dana, Santa
They
Barbara.
both played cedar.
Yes. Yep. And she went on to play professionally in Hungary. And Nicole played professionally in France.
But they don't play anymore.
No.
No
Nicole
coaching.
coaches.
They're coaches.
No, just Nicole, the older one, coaches at Cal State Fullerton. And this one that's on the screen, Dana, she's in commercial real estate in downtown Los Angeles.
Well, good.
And that's when they started. And they didn't want, they were so young. And Brian, the head coach, owned a club team, but he didn't have a 12th team. But Dana, they go in the fall and watch the girls, and they wanted to play volleyball. And I said, no, you guys are too young. You're too young. You're too young. Please, please, you know, and I said, you're going to burn out when you're 12 years old. You're going to be burnt out. But so I asked Brian, I said, do you think you could have like a 12s team or a 10s team just to, and he said, okay. They practice one time a week, no tournaments, no traveling. They just, you know, come in. I said, perfect. You know, but yeah, she didn't have any teeth. And she's number 5 because Misty. Yeah, every time after watching Misty, I mean, since 2 years before that, I want to play volleyball. And she'd wear her hair in pigtails like Misty did. And then that's Nicole.
Long Beach.
When I coached at Long Beach State. Yeah. That's Paula Wysoff. And I
How tall she was?
think she's 6'1".
And you are 6'4"? No, 5'4".
I wish.
5'4".
5'4".
Okay. Well, those are all the pictures. My very good friend, Miguel Rosas, here from Mexico City, he's a very, very known nationally a junior coach.
Oh,
but
okay.
but he's a very, very good friend, and he remembers you very well because he in the 81 junior worlds here in Mexico, he was a ball retriever.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
funny.
he says it's very nice to hear the greatest setter in the Olympic United States national teams. I saw her in 81 along Flo Hyman, Rita Crockett, and many more. That Norseca final versus Cuba team with Mamira Perez and Naivis Diaz, Magali Carvajal. I'm declaring him her most her greatest fan since those times.
Oh, thank you. That was sweet. Thanks.
Yeah, he's a very, very good friend, and well, he knows all the Mexican team players from that World Championships. And 1 month ago, when I told him I will have you, he told me I gotta be there. I really love him. I am a very, very big fan of Debbie Green.
Do you know who I saw at a club tournament when my girls were in high school playing club? The setter Maria Antoinette.
For Mexico?
Yeah.
In which year? Maria Antoinette?
I swear it's Maria Antoinette. She was the junior setter, and then she was on the national team.
In which year?
Oh gosh, she's about my age, so it was like in the 70s.
Yeah, maybe Antonieta Mendivil or
Antoinette. I thought it was Maria Antoinette, like the famous. I'll have to look that up, but yeah, we bumped into each other, and it was sort of cool.
Miguel Rosas respectfully send you hugs and kisses because he's a very, very big fan of you.
Oh, hugs and kisses back.
Let me see if he came here to say hello. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm sending him the Zoom
Okay.
ID.
Oh,
Well, what did you do now regarding volleyball? No more volleyball for you.
I actually work with one club team. I work with the setters 1 time a week, and then I give a few lessons. I give some lessons.
Okay. Brenda Reed says, who was the team's biggest rival during your time on the Olympic team? Any setters you feared going up against on other national teams?
I never had fear playing anybody. But oh my goodness, Cuba, Brazil, we always had amazing matches against Brazil. I think that's the beauty of sports is like you can't ignore any opponent because on any given night, you know, you could get beat. So you have to respect all your opponents and prepare to play the best that you can. But Cuba, Japan, not quite so much by then, by the Olympics. We had passed them up. We were beating Cuba, Russia. Yeah, I think China. It was China. When we go on tour with them, it was, yeah.
Okay. Which match, Debbie, can you say was the most memorable for you? Which match?
In the Olympics or,
Anywhere.
oh my goodness.
Maybe Olympics, Worlds, Norseca, Major League Volleyball.
I think, oh, there's so many, Alejandro. I'm going to say the most emotional one was Olympics in '84 when we played Brazil. It was to see who's going to come out of the pool and be able to go to the medal round. They beat us the first 2 games. And it's like, oh, you know, uh-oh, I'm sorry. So, is that on? Okay. They beat us the first 2 games. Sorry. My phone's ringing. I don't know how to. Okay, it's off. It's okay. Okay, so they beat us the first 2 games, and then we ended up winning in 5, and we were behind the 5th game. They were ahead. Brazil was ahead, and but I remember when we're running to switch sides going into the 3rd game that year for the Olympics, to prepare for the Olympics. Ari would have us the 3rd session of the day. The first 2 were practices. The 3rd session was a scrimmage, A side, B side. But the B side started 10 and we started 0. And John Corbelli, who was our assistant coach, he played left side the whole time. We had to win 3 out of 5. We played 3 out of 5. And if we lost, we started another match that night. So I remember switching sides, and after losing the second game, and I told them, I said, you guys, we do this every day in practice, come from behind. So we got this. This is what Ari prepared us for. You know, so
Wow,
we won.
amazing. And which player did you enjoy the most playing against her?
Playing against her. Oh,
I want to beat her. I want to.
I was like that with every opponent. I just wanted to beat them. I think it was, I think after losing to Peru at World Championships in the Olympics, I just really wanted to beat them. Yeah, but I don't know. I wanted to beat everybody else.
Okay, from Peru, I hope you remember Cecilia Tait,
Yes.
the lefty.
Yep. Lefty.
Yeah, she's great.
No one can forget her after playing against her. Yeah.
She was here in the show also last year. She's amazing, amazing woman. I
Yeah.
really like her.
Yeah. Yeah, she was amazing.
Debbie, and at that time, well, you retired when in '84, and you decided not to play overseas pro. Did you have opportunities to go overseas to play?
The new Olympic coach was going to be, or national team coach was Terry Liskevich,
Yeah.
was named after Ari. And USA Volleyball relieved Ari of his duties before even the closing ceremonies.
Really?
We win the first medal for volleyball, yet they let go of the head coach before the Olympics is even over. So Terry Liskevich was going to the next coach, and I remember he came and met with me, wanting me to stay and train for '88, which was going to be in Seoul, and he was very different, very different philosophies than Ari. And I think from what I had heard, critical, like, of Ari, like, so I told him, I said, why would you want me as your setter? I'm Ari Sellinger trained, and you don't care for his style and he trained me for 8 years. So I don't think I'm the setter for you. Plus I was 26 and I really did want to, like, date, fall in love, get married, have kids. So it was time.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for sharing, Debbie. Well, we are almost at the end of this amazing talk with Olympian and Hall of Fame Debbie Green. Debbie, I want to ask you about, well, you live in Southern California, and this question can sound you very, very usual, but which real Mexican food do you like the most? Real Mexican food.
Oh my God.
Chipotle and Taco Bell are not Mexican food.
Okay. I could eat Taco Bell, Chipotle. I could eat any, from fast food to good restaurants, 7 days a week. I never get tired of it. In fact, walking a kitty corner from my house, it's Yucatan. It's called Yucatan Grill.
Wow, Yucatan is great. Yucatan food is great.
And we go there twice a week, our whole family. My son-in-laws love that place, but might be margaritas, chips, and guacamole.
Very good choice.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Well, Debbie Green, it has been amazing to have you here. I really, really want to thank you. Do you want to add any more for this Volley talk?
No, I think I've talked a lot. I just think, I don't know. I really, truly do believe that I am living the life I'm living and was successful because I had amazing teammates, and the success in coaching at Long Beach State because I had players that dedicated themselves, like Misty and Danielle Scott and Tara Cross Battle, Taiba Hanif, and a lot of other players that didn't make it to the Olympics, but I just loved seeing every day. It was just, and back when we could really coach them and push them.
Okay, well, Debbie, I want to thank you again for your presence here in the Volley
Oh,
Talks in the
thank you all.
episode 145, and well, I hope to keep in touch with you.
It was nice meeting you, and good luck and thank you. It was an honor.
Okay, thanks, Debbie.
Bye.
See you. Bye.